Okay, so today we're going to be drawing Space Godzilla from Godilla GXK Supernova. So first I'll start down here, maybe probably right there for his snout. I'm at his brow. I'll make this come up a little bit slightly. And I'll draw his brow just going up here. And it's also full of crystals, so I'm going to make it quite jagged. And then I'll start probably maybe about right here. And this will just start to come up right in here. And for the snout, just gonna come right there. And we'll just go down. So probably about right there. And also I have zoomed in just so you can see a little bit better. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring his mouth in. So something like this, I'll do. Bring that into maybe, no, don't copy that. That would actually just doesn't look good. I'm gonna curve it in maybe right here. And I'll make this come in maybe right here. Fixing up this area. And then I'm gonna draw this right here. So you might be wondering, what is this? These just kind of looks like claws coming from the side right here. I don't even know what they are actually. It's kind of some little points that sort of just come out right there. And then his bottom jaw, it comes in right in here. So right in here it comes in. And I'll curve that around right there. But first I'm gonna get the teeth in first. And I'll do this right in there. And there. Can't forget the tongue right there. And then I'm gonna bring this down right here. And I'll draw this coming in. And then he's gonna have just a bunch of spikes right here. So maybe like this. And then his neck is right here. It's quite jagged actually. I'll draw some points here and there, maybe like this. And then up in here, I'm going to continue this, and it gets quite sharp up here. And then I'll draw some more little things right here. And then probably right here, you can see sort of a kind of a spike, a line of spikes right here. And then these crystals right here just get very long. They're crystals. Okay, now right after the spike line, starting right here, there's gonna be this coming in, kind of the edge of the bone line, or the head bone, the skull I meant to say. The skull, that probably the end, it's the end of the skull right there. And then you can see some of these scales. They're sort of jagged. very jagged. They kind of like stop right there, and then you can see some more of these little details in here. Okay, there. And then I forgot to do one thing, is the nostril on this. Like right there. I'll draw a line right there. And then right here, I'm gonna draw the eye socket. Then I'll draw some more spikes, like right there. Okay. So this is what I've done so far. It's not much. I just did like sort of the head and the neck areas. But I'll continue going with that arm starting here, then that other stuff going back, but I'll zoom out now. Okay, there, I'm just zoomed out. And then I'm gonna draw a sort of body like right in here. And also, Space Godzilla does quite have a small head. I've seen a picture of this before, like it's like a sort of like a Space Godzilla picture, like sort of like a new redesign of him. And it looks really good. I've drawn him before, if you haven't seen it. It's basically the exact same as this one. Okay, and there. I'll draw another line right there, and then I'll start the arm, which is starting probably maybe right there. So the first part of the arm is gonna be like, probably like right here, I guess. Going down there, but the other arm sort of starts right here. And I'll just go down there. Okay, so now I just moved the camera up a little just so you could see a little bit more of it. But I would continue this arm going like down there. Other side you can see like right here. So like maybe like that. It might look very weird, but it's gonna look good. And then forearm. Just come down here like this. So his hand is probably, yeah, his hand is supposed to be right there, but you're not gonna be able to see much of it. It's just like that part just coming out and the claws curving around. But there. Now fix this over here. It's a little bit too wide. Okay, there. Now draw these ridges like right here. There's quite a few of these also. And then at the end of all of these, I'm gonna draw like a point, like right here. Try not to make them look very round because he's supposed to be like quite sharp. So like maybe like this. Then in some areas, I'm gonna draw some lines coming up just to give that some extra depth. Just like that. Okay, so maybe one more point. I draw a few more little things right there. And then add a few little more details from the points of these right there. I broke my pencil again, of course. Okay, I just got a new pencil. And this one's actually better now. But what I'm doing is just making a little bit more of these along here. Don't matter that much, but I like to put detail. They just make it look so much better. Okay, so now the arm I have to do. So for the arm, I mean the back of the arm is what I meant to say. I'm gonna start it down here. I'm not gonna start up there because I'm gonna do some crystals up there. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna make this come down right here. I'm not gonna make that big of an elbow. Wait, hold on, I did. Okay, that's actually way too high up. I cannot see the camera. I have to stand up and actually look directly at the camera if I want to try to see what I've done. But now, like on this elbow, I'm gonna make some bigger crystals. I mean, like spikes. I'm just gonna draw some bigger spikes on the elbow. Like this. And this will just go all the way down. But now you can see some claws maybe. Oh no, that doesn't look so good. Okay, but what I was gonna do is I'm gonna make his crystals right here. So I'm gonna start with the one right there. And he has quite a lot of them actually, just on his elbow only. And they're quite big also. So like maybe something like this, that's gonna do. And then a little bit more of these like scales, whatever you want to call them, or like right here. Okay, so there, I just did all of that, but now I have to put a point on the end of all of these. Okay, and there. Why did that take so long? But now, like on the other side of this, there's not really much to it. Just quite rough, actually. Just rough texture, which I'm just gonna make by doing this. And then the last thing I need to do on this arm is making these, what are they called? Well, it doesn't really have a name, but just lines coming up just for texture. Okay. Does that just look like that's too much detail or something? That looks quite hard to look at. Okay, but there, I'm just gonna go with that, and then now I still have so much to do. But now, like down here, I'm gonna make another line going down there like this. And this is the leg, so the leg is like starting about here. And it has some giant ridges. And then it starts to curve like right there. And you can see the other leg in there too. Like right there, you can see it. And I'll curve that down as well, why not? I'll quickly add a little bit more of these details. I'm not gonna go too much on them. But there, that's basically it. Okay, like that, and then this other leg. Okay, so for this other leg, it's like kind of curves up like a little bit up there. Well, I guess that's this leg. It looks like it's a little too tall. Sort of gonna stop like right there. And then you can see like giant like crystals like on the leg, which is, I think it's quite a good detail to it. I really like it actually. And I'll make a line down the middle just to show that they are crystals. Just to make them look like they're crystals. I'm adding this bottom to them because they kind of make it look like they're in the leg, like it's separating, like not gradually like fading in, they're actually like in there. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more detail under these just to make them look like they're, I don't know, just make it look better. Okay, now for these, they're quite big, but they're quite smooth actually. Not that hard to make, well, to draw anyway. Okay, I'll start down here actually. Okay, maybe this right there. Okay, I can make it look like the leg's actually curving in here. So I'll just make that go over there. Now that just makes it look like the leg is fat. Okay, actually that looks very good, nice. Okay, there. I'm not gonna put any lines going across because that's just gonna make it look weird. But the leg is actually gonna, you can see the end of the leg maybe right there actually. Something like that maybe. Okay, now I still have a ton more to do. So for like all these crystals like up here, like I'm gonna start with one giant crystal like right here. Cause this is like very big. And if you thought that was big, maybe there's gonna be a lot bigger ones coming. Okay, I have to separate these lines from other lines to make them look like they're actually crystals in here. But there's gonna be one crystal, like right here. I'm gonna draw coming out up there, because then there's gonna be another giant one, like going up like there. Like a really huge one gonna go up. So now I'm gonna finish this right here by adding like just crystals. They're just gonna be a bunch of crystals. That's why I didn't do this part, because they're just gonna be like covered in crystals. But first I'm gonna start with the main ones. Well, maybe not. I'm not gonna make it too over detailed right here. But this is, okay, 23 minutes. My last video was like 40 minutes. My last time I drew this, I think. If I did this picture when I first started my channel, which was a year ago, I would have took like way over an hour on this. Okay, first giant one going up there. Another one right there. Okay, now I'm gonna draw this giant one right here. So the giant crystal, just gonna go like way up there. Just gonna like be like, just gonna be huge. And I'm gonna draw some lines like this. So there's that crystal. So that's just the biggest, that's the biggest one. So I'm not gonna make a crystal any bigger than that. And then there are gonna be quite some big ones here and there, but not that big. Okay, this pencil's running out of lead. Also, I use charcoal pencils. They just make the lines look darker. So that's why I like them. I just use those pencils. Also, if you use charcoal pencils, they don't have a glare on light. It's what it's supposed to do, because I actually have seen glares on it, but it's supposed to not let a glare on it, like a big glare you see on a light. If you shine a light on it, you will not see a glare, is what it's supposed to do. But so the back of Space Godzilla was supposed to start maybe like right there, I think. No, I'll just do it up here, whatever. I'm just gonna make a line right there. And then there is another big crystal right here. Just wanted to put that in before I forget to do it. Also, if you're wondering why I'm putting these lines down the middle, to make them look like they're crystals. That's the whole reason I think they look like crystals, is because I make the line down the middle of them. And then the tail is supposed to go over there, but I don't have time to do that. I mean, I don't have any space to do the tail. Also, I edit the videos to make them look brighter, so you're probably not going to notice that this is the paper and that's the table. And then a few more crystals. Like dozens of small ones. Is there any word bigger than a dozen? I mean, like, you know. But they sort of just all stop like right in here. But also I forgot that there's gonna be a line under every crystal, and I completely forgot about it. Just to separate them from everything else. I'm gonna do that. So like you see all these crystals right there, those are they're gonna have a line under them. This is a very detailed drawing. I hope you like this video. I think we're done. Almost done anyway. But I hope you like this video. This was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any other videos like these, and see you in the next one.